today the topic of our discussion is anatomy of rabbit. So as we discussed the classification of the rabbit, so it is belong to kingdom Animalia and the family of the rabbit is Leporidae and the scientific name of the rabbit is Oryctolagus cuniculus. So here we discuss the type of the rabbit is mammal. Its diet contains grasses, so it is herbivore. So size of the rabbit is 20 to 50 centimeter, which is 8 to 20 inch. Weight comprises from 0.5 to 3 kg. Top speed of the rabbit is 4 kilometer per hour, and the average lifespan of the rabbit is 4 to 8 years. And the lifestyle is the rabbit prefers to live in groups. So the color of the rabbits varies from brown, tan, gray, black and white. Skin type is a fur. Favorite food is clover. Litter size is 6. Main prey of the rabbits are clover and grass, crunchy vegetables, and the predators are fox, snakes, large birds. Habitat: rabbits live in meadows, prairies, desert, farmlands, thickets, wetlands, smooth land, and exotic places. So these are the preferred habitats of the rabbits. Adaptation: eyes are set high on the head and is complemented with a weak but very flexible neck which allows the animal to rotate its head. They also have strong legs. The paws of rabbits have claws which aid in gripping. They produce rapidly. They have molars that are used for grinding. So internal anatomy of rabbit. Here we will discuss the internal anatomy of the rabbit as you can see in this picture. So first of all, here comes the digestive system. The digestive system of the rabbit comprises of alimentary canal, mouth, vestibules, buccal cavity, palate, tongue, pharynx, esophagus, and stomach. So, small intestine contains duodenum, jejunum, ileum, and cecum, and the large intestine contains colon, rectum, and anus. Here is the small description of the digestive system of the rabbit as you can see in the pictures. Here the got the rabbit teeth, esophagus, liver, stomach, large intestine, small intestine, anus, rectum, cecum, and salivary glands. So you can remember the name of the parts of the digestive system of the rabbit. The second is the circulatory system. Circulatory system contains blood vascular system, heart, arterioles, ventricles, arterial system, pulmonary aorta, left systemic aorta, and the dorsal aorta. Venous system. Venous system contains of pulmonary veins, coronary veins, cave veins, and hepatic portal system. So the nervous system of the rabbits is the peripheral nervous system and it contains cranial nerves and spinal nerves. Respiratory system contains of two major parts, the respiratory tract and respiratory organs. So respiratory tract contains external layers, nasal chambers, internal layers, and nasopharynx, glottis, larynx, trachea, and the respiratory organs contains lungs. So here the rabbit, as we discussed earlier, the rabbits reproduce mostly. The reproductive system of the rabbit is the female reproductive system contains ovary, oviduct, uterus, vagina, accessory glands, and the male reproductive system contains testes and penis. Excretory system of the rabbit. Excretory system of the rabbits contain kidney, cortex, medulla, pelvis, ureter, urinary bladder. So here we will discuss the skeleton of the rabbit. So skeleton, as we can see in the picture, the skeleton of the rabbit. The students who want to preserve the skeleton, they should know the part and the names of the ribs and bones and of the skeleton. Vertebral column. In the neck, there are cervical vertebrae with the two top ones, the atlas and axis. Thoracic vertebrae in the chest regions, lumbar vertebrae in the loin region. The sacral vertebrae are usually fused into one solid bone called the sacrum that sits within the pelvic girdle. So this is the most important information of the sacral vertebrae, which is called sacrums in the pelvic girdle, and it comes in exams mostly. Finally, there are a variable number of small bones in the tail called the coccygeal vertebrae. The skull. The skull of mammal consists of 30 separate bones. The box enclosing and protecting the brain is called the cranium. So here we got the definition of cranium. Sockets known as orbits. The lower jaw is known as the mandible. From the mouth by a palate of bone called the palate. Behind the nasal cavity are the sinuses. At the base of the cranium is the foramen magnum. On either side of these are two small, smooth, rounded knobs or condyles and articulate. The ribs. Paired ribs are attached to each thoracic vertebrae. So the most of the blank questions came. What is where the ribs are mostly attached? So they are attached to the thoracic vertebra. Each rib is attached to the sternum. In rabbits, one pair of rib is not attached ventrally at all. They are called floating ribs. So floating ribs is the most important word to remember in the skeleton of rabbit. The forelimbs. The forelimbs consist of humerus, radius, ulna, carpals, metacarpals, digits, or phalanges. The top of the humerus moves against the scapula at the shoulder joint. The hind limbs, they consist of femur, tibia, fibula, tarsals, metatarsals, digits, or phalanges. So you can see the beautiful pictures of the rabbits here. So if you have any questions related to this topic, you can send me your queries in comments. I will discuss with you, and hope so you will remember all the important names of the skeleton of the rabbits. We discussed the excretory system, reproductive system, respiratory system, nervous system, venous system, circulatory system, and the most important digestive system of the rabbit. So hope so you will like this video. Keep following and stay updated.